Hello Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your human's energy. So with all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on. So we do have the King of Swords, okay? Interesting. We have the Nine of Swords to the King of Cups. I don't feel like you're neither one of these humans, okay? Plus, this over here feels like two different individuals here. One could be a water sign, one could be an air sign, but I feel like these two people can't get you out of their mind. Huh. All right, I want to look at these two people to see who these two people are. Yeah, let's do that because I don't even feel like you're pouring time and or energy towards neither one of these humans. For whatever reason, you're not. Yeah, for whatever reason, you're not. So let's see what's going on there, Virgo. Let's see, because you're not really paying neither one of them any sort of like attention right now. You're not pouring into neither one of them is kind of what I keep getting. Okay, tell me more about the King of Cups. Whoever this King of Cups is, they do come off to me as somebody fairly new, somebody who's very interested in you in a romantic way. I don't feel like you and this person have ever been romantically involved, though, with one another. Like, I feel like you know them and they know you, but that's about it. That's all I'm really getting for this King of Cups. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Okay. It appears to me that you have history with this King of Swords over here. It looks like things actually came to an end, though, between you and this King of Swords. Okay. So you were romantically involved with one of them, and the other one you were never romantically involved with. And it kind of looks like these two humans can't get you out of their mind. When it comes down to, like, the King of Swords, this one that you have history with, there's a big part of them, you know, that wants to, like, try again with you. I am definitely getting that. But when it comes down to this King of Cups, I can't get you out of their mind. I mean, you know, this is somebody who's really interested in you. This is somebody who wants to, like, you know, pursue you. It's kind of what I'm getting. And they just, you know, they just can't stop thinking about you, Virgo. They just can't stop thinking about you. Okay. Now, God, how am I going to play this? All right, let's just look to the right of me and see what happens. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, so I feel like this is the person from your past, this King of Swords that you were, you know, once upon a time romantically involved with. You know, as much as this person wants to essentially try again because they do miss you and they do want what they once upon a time had, you know, with you back in their life all over again, they don't necessarily think that things are ever going to change and or improve between the two of you is what I'm gathering. So this person basically feels like you guys are still going to find yourselves going through the same old all over. And even though that's not what they want, they just kind of feel like that's what's going to end up happening, is that you guys are going to just find yourself, you know, going through the same old all over again. Okay. You know what? How do I want to go about this? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. How does this King of Cups currently view their relationship with Virgo? All right. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Moon. And then we also have the, interesting, Six of Pentacles. I feel like this person wants to make their move on you. And they definitely will. That's kind of besides the point here. I mean, they definitely will. For some of you, they could have already made their move on you. But I am definitely getting that they don't want to make it too obvious that they're interested in you in a romantic way because of the simple fact that they don't necessarily know. Like, if you're as into them as they are into you is kind of what I'm getting. To a certain extent, I am definitely getting that this person feels like you may be into them or that you might be interested in them, but they're not entirely sure. So it kind of looks like what this person's going to do instead, Virgo, is try to, like, build a quote unquote friendship with you first. And then slowly but surely work their way up. They just kind of want to get a feel for you first, just to kind of see, you know what I mean? Like, if you are interested in them, as much as, you know, they find themselves interested in you is what I'm gathering. Okay. So they're just going to kind of make it seem initially at first like they're just trying to be your friend, you know what I mean? They're just trying to be your friend. They just think that you're super cool, Virgo, and they just want to be friends with you. But, like, let's be honest, okay? I don't feel like this person just wants to be friends with you. How does this King of Swords feel about Virgo? All right, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Temperance card, we also have the Tower, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, in regards to how this person is currently feeling, you know, considering the fact that we have the Tower out here and the Tower is linked to the Devil, which could represent a very toxic and unhealthy relationship, it does appear to me that your relationship with this individual was very toxic and unhealthy, possibly even for the both of you, right? But here they find themselves, right, wanting you and what they once upon a time had with you, but then they sit there and they ask themselves, but why though? Why do I want Virgo back? It was so toxic, it was so unhealthy. I don't understand. Why the hell do I want my relationship with Virgo back all over again? So they kind of find themselves kind of going through a whole lot of that, okay? Let's jump back to this person over here. How does this King of Cups feel about Virgo? How does this, come on, how does this King of Cups feel about Virgo? All right, so we do have the King of Wands, okay? We also have the Justice card, and then we also have the King of Pentacles out here. Okay. This person has a whole freaking game plan, man, when it comes down to you and how they plan on pursuing you is kind of what I'm getting. So another thing that I was going to mention, Virgo, is that I feel like this person is going to try to, like, God, how do I explain this? Like, they're going to try to, like, make excuses, right? To essentially be around you is kind of what I'm getting, making excuses to, like, be around you. Or just kind of like come up with random like excuses to like talk to you, you know? It's kind of what I'm getting. So random excuses to be around you, random excuses to like speak to you is kind of what I'm gathering. This is kind of how I guess they plan on going about this. Another thing too, they're going to drop little hints and clues that they're interested in you. A King of Wands can be a very flirtatious, you know, energy. But the fact that they're also showing up as a King of Pentacles, that's kind of telling me that this person, they're going to just drop little hints and clues that they're interested in you. They're going to make it obvious, right? That they're interested in you. And depending on how you respond and react towards, you know, them flirting with you, things of that nature will determine how they play their cards next. It's like this person's coming up with a whole damn game plan on how to like pursue you. It's crazy. But yeah, get ready because they're going to start making a lot of like, you know, excuses to like speak to you and be around you. Yeah. Okay, what actions will this King of Swords take towards Virgo or moving forward? We have the Nine of Swords, we got the Knight of Wands, and then we also have the Emperor out here. Okay. In regards to what actions they plan on taking in your direction and are moving forward, I do see this person wanting to take action in your direction, but I feel like this person's afraid to. I do. I feel like this person's afraid to. Let's see why this person's so afraid to take action in your direction. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, the Justice card. All right. Then we got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And then we also have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. One of the reasons, you know, why this person is very fearful to take action in your direction has a lot to do with the fact that they don't know what's going on within your life as of right now. Like, they don't know if you're in a relationship with someone or dating someone or getting to know someone. Like, they don't know absolutely anything is kind of what I'm gathering. So they're kind of a little worried and concerned about that. But they're also kind of worried and concerned that you may not want them back. You may not want to fix or repair things here with them, but this person knows there's only one real way to find out, and that does kind of require them to take action in your direction. All right, what actions will this person take? Wait, what just happened? Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, that's better. Okay, what actions will this person take towards Virgo or moving forward? We have the High Priestess. We also have the Four of Cups. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. Virgo, I do see this person taking action in your direction. but you're kind of giving off mixed signals. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I feel like you're giving off mixed signals. It's like you're giving them the impression that you're interested in them, because you definitely are. I mean, you guys are showing up as a king and the queen of wands. So that's kind of telling me that the physical attraction's definitely there, right? You find them to be physically attractive, vice versa. So I do feel like you're giving them the impression that you are physically attracted to them and very, very interested in them. But then you show up like this. High Priestess to the Four of Cups. Which is like the polar opposite of this energy. It's like there's times where you give them the impression that you're interested in them, and there's times where you kind of give them the impression that you're not. Let's see what's going on with that. Tell me more about the High Priestess to the Four of Cups. I mean, they just kind of perceive you as somebody who's very hard to like read and figure out, which, I mean, you do harness High Priestess like energy. It is very hard to figure out anybody who harnesses High Priestess like energy, let alone read a High Priestess like energy. A High Priestess like energy is just somebody who comes off like very like mysterious, right? It's like they're having a hard time figuring you out. Let's see. We have the Four of Wands, we got the Six of Wands, and then we also have the Two of Wands. You know, I feel like what prompts you to fall into this energy of like coming off, like you're just not interested in them or absolutely anyone at that, is, you know, because you keep telling yourself, you know, you really should be focusing on this, you really should be focusing on that instead of this one over here. You know what I mean? Like, it has that type of feel to it. It's as if you feel like right now you shouldn't really be getting distracted right now by this person or anyone at that. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. What else can you tell me about this new human? You know, the part that confuses this person is this energy right here. This energy is kind of what confuses them. This whole, like, you kind of making it seem like you're not interested. Like, that's what really, really throws this person off the most. I just kind of feel like this person's so, like, you know, captivated by you and intrigued by you is kind of what I'm getting. So even though you're kind of giving them the impression that you may not be interested in them, what they're really holding on to is the times where you have given them the impression that you are interested in them. And that's kind of what has this person like wanting to like continue to essentially pursue you even more. But see, that's the thing, is it's their approach. It's like they're not, God, how do I explain what this human's trying to do here? They're trying to come off like they're just trying to be your friend, but they're not. And I kind of feel like there's times where it kind of slips out that they're clearly, you know, they're clearly interested in you, you know, in a romantic way. And there's times where you respond well to it. There is times where you respond well to it, but then there's just kind of times where I don't know what it is that you do, but you just kind of give them the impression, you know, that you're not trying to date anybody right now or get to know anyone right now. This person, they kind of come off to me as like a moth to a flame. You being the flame, them being the moth. Like, they just can't help but to like be drawn, you know, to you. Okay. What's going to end up happening between Virgo and this human? All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Judgment card, and then we also have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. I do see the two of you developing a very close relationship, so much to the point where, you know, you're going to start to have conversations with this individual about why this whole situation between you and this human to the right of me didn't necessarily work out, is kind of what I'm getting. Now, let me tell you something. When this person does bust a U-turn back in your direction, because they will, that's kind of besides the point here. When I tell you this one over here is going to make sure that you don't get back with this person from your past, I really do mean that. This person might sit there, you know, and tell you that you shouldn't give them another chance, that they don't deserve you, blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, it's like, hello, you know, this is somebody who obviously wants you, you know what I mean, to themselves. So, you know, once this person catches wind that this one over here is trying to get back with you, they're going to try their hardest to convince you as to why you shouldn't give this person from your past another chance, and they're also going to convince you that they don't deserve you. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Now, I don't see you running back to the past. You know, you are showing up as a high priestess slash queen of swords. You might have Scorpio within your chart. Then again, Virgos and Scorpios were once upon a time one until Libra came and split the two up, right? When it comes down to like Scorpios, right, and Virgos, one thing that I've noticed about them is that when a relationship comes to an end, they rarely ever like run back to the person, you know, from their past. We rarely ever see that happen. Not to say that it never happens, we just rarely see that actually happen, as far as like a Virgo running back to someone from their past or a Scorpio running back to someone from their past. It's always people running back to them, you know, and then that's how the reconciliation ends up playing out. It's never the Virgo running back to someone from their past and then that's how the reconciliation plays out, or the Scorpio running back to someone from their past and that's how the reconciliation plays out. That I rarely ever see that happen. So the fact that you're showing up as the Queen of Swords or the High Priestess, I mean, I just consider you to be like a cool ex, right? When a relationship comes to an end, you know how to leave somebody alone. That's it. You know how to leave someone alone. You move forward, you move on with your life. You don't hit nobody up. You just move forward and move on with your life. You know what I mean? So it's not a situation where you're deciding to run back to the past and they're over here trying to convince you as to why you shouldn't. It's the past running back to you. I mean, you're showing up as a Queen of Swords, so the High Priestess. You just don't strike me as the type of person that typically runs back to, like, you know, your exes. If anything, your exes are running back to you. It's never the other way around. So when this person from your past does run back to you, because it kind of looks like they already want to, I see this person trying to convince you into not taking this person back. But I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, you know, as to why they don't want you to run back to this person, you know, from your past. They want a chance with you. They want a chance with you. So then there's that. But this person, yeah, from your past, they definitely will run back to you. And it kind of looks like by the time they do run back to you, this one over here, this new one, yeah, they're going to try to convince you as to why you shouldn't, okay, is what I'm getting. But either which way, the choice is entirely up to you. You get to decide, you know, if you want to get back with the past, or if you want to give this new person a chance. It's entirely up to you. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.